Hello everyone, JohnScr12 back here again with another video, and today I bring you once again another TV review, but I'm doing episode 2 of Gotham, yes, titled Selina Kyle. I'm reviewing that episode right now, let's get to it. If you have not seen the episode already, this is going to contain spoilers, or may contain spoilers, so of course, just watch the episode, then come back. But anyways, let's get right down to it. First off, let's give a quick synopsis of the overall episode. The episode takes place right after the first one, obviously. It's the aftermath of the first episode. The Penguin is an outcast of Gotham, and he's also trying to make his way back into Gotham. He's killing people. He's obviously going into a descent of craziness and insanity, and he believes that he's the only one that can actually bring true justice to Gotham, if you will, in his own sick way, which is kind of fucked up. Not to mention, on the other hand, you have Fish Mooney, who's trying to take over the mob and trying to take out Carmine, Falcone, and shit. So they have their whole scenario and whatnot. Not to mention Jim Gordon dealing with the corrupt society that he's living in, is trying to go up the ranks and trying to solve as much crime as possible, but of course trying to fix the corruption inside the system as well. And on top of all of that, we have an entire underground child abduction ring that's going around, where all the street kids are being abducted along with Selina Kyle. So hence title Selina Kyle. Sadly enough, the title kind of misleads you, because to tell you the truth, Selina Kyle is not really in this episode that much. It's kind of like the first episode, but with the exception of like her actually speaking. That was the only difference. But overall, she's not really in that episode that much. She's in it like here and there, and she's in it for like the third half. But overall, she's not really in the episode that long, but which is sad. But what are you gonna do? First off, let's start with the pros of this episode. Overall, I enjoyed the overall feeling of the episode. I like how it just picks up right after. It's not like, oh, it's like a couple weeks after or a month later. It's like right into the gutter. You just have to deal with the shit in the crappy hand that you're told. So I really like that, and also I like the specific characters we get to see. They're just so awesome, like the guy who plays Penguin is great, the person who plays Catwoman is great, Ben and Donald Logue as Jim and Harvey are great, Little Bruce is great, Alfred is great, and also the main thing I like about the new Alfred is that he's nothing like the previous Alfreds we've gotten. He's so badass, and I like how he just gets so pissed off at Bruce. Like, whenever Bruce Wayne's doing something stupid, he's just giving him shit, and I like that. It's almost like he's just one step away from just bitch slapping Bruce Wayne. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, you asshole? Until that day happens, in which I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen, I cannot wait. But and not to mention, I kind of like the whole corruption between not only the police station, but also with Jim and Barbara. Like, they have this whole, you can tell that their relationship is just heading towards oblivion. Like, they're gonna not be together forever, obviously, but it's just interesting to see how that little by little it's just gonna fade away. And whose fault is that? Well, let's just start pointing fingers and just see what happens. But on top of that, I really found kind of funny how like Harvey is just so quick to like bury things. Isn't that kind of strange? It's like, I kind of get the feeling that Harvey Bullock, like Donald Logue's version of Harvey Bullock, is just going to become more and more of an antagonist as we go along with this entire season. I feel like by the end of the season, if he does not kill Jim, he's at least going to try. Like, you can see it. It's just going to happen, where they're just going to be at each other's throats and just going to kill each other. And I like that. It's kind of cool, but it's just kind of fucked up at the same time. It's like, God damn it, you're such an asshole. It's like, why are you so quick to like sweep things under the rug? It's like the second something bad happens, he's just like, oh, well, I don't know what you're talking, child abduction, he's probably lying, what are you talking about? That's the type of asshole he is. It's just so funny. But on top of that, that's pretty much it. I also like the Bruce Wayne stuff. I like how he's like quick to like try and make a name for himself. He's trying to like do stuff, trying to be productive, but also he's trying to like chase inanimate objects, if you will. Like, he's trying to chase the masked killer, but he doesn't know where he's going yet. So it's kind of cool to see the trial and errors with young Bruce Wayne becoming, obviously, the Batman that we know and love today. So it's really interesting. And also, I also like the creepy, like stalker Bruce Wayne that we get to see. It's like, I finally like how they approach the situation, where it's like, because Bruce Wayne is obviously the master of coming into a room without you knowing and then leaving the room without you knowing. I love that, and I love how they approach it, where it's like Bruce Wayne just comes in into the conversation between Alfred and Jim in the episode, and obviously Alfred gets all scared and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, Jesus Christ, how many times I have to tell you not to do that? I just love that shit. But overall, it's just kind of cool. And also, I like the psychology thing. Like, isn't that fucked up where... It's kind of funny. It's almost like a what-if scenario where it's like, imagine if Bruce Wayne got psychology, if he got a therapist, would he become Batman? That's a good question. That's like a Riddler riddle right there for you guys. Like, put in the comment section below, like, what do you think? Like, if he got a therapist, do you think he would become Batman? There's a good question for you folks. And they addressed it in the episode, so it's quite interesting to see those kind of things happening. But overall, I like other things too. You know, like I like the music. The music was great. The cinematography was great. I love everything. The shots were very well done, as always. The pilot was also great, but I like this one too. There's like graffiti everywhere, so that was pretty awesome. And the acting was great. Every respected actor who's playing their respected characters were awesome. You know, Selina Kyle was good. Even though she wasn't in the episode completely, she was still good. Jim's good. Everybody was good. And I also like Edward Nygma. Yes, Edward Nygma makes not a reference, but makes another cameo in this episode. And it's quite interesting to say the least, you know. I like how he's so quirky and weird. He's so socially awkward. Like, it's like he's just creeping up against you and he's like, he just likes to hear these type of fucked up things that are happening. He's like, ooh, what's going on? It's like, what the fuck, you creepy little fuck? Get away from me. But, nevertheless, I like him also. No seeing of Poison Ivy this episode. We didn't get that, but I'm going to get to that later. And overall, Jada Pinkett Smith as Fish Mooney in this episode was great. She was just as great as the last episode. She was pretty badass, very creepy as well. I like how pissed off she gets at almost everything. And I don't know, it's just quite creepy how, like, her conversations with other characters, you know, it's just so fucked up. You don't really know where to go with it. And plus, we also get a quick cameo from Penguin's mother. Yes, we finally get to see her in her full glory. And it's quite weird, to say the least. I don't know, it's hard to say whether or not I like it. It's just creepy, you know. It's just like, God, you can tell she's just one whacked out fucking girl. Well, I mean, not girl, but whacked out fucking old lady. It's just messed up. I don't know what to say about it. It's just really weird. But nevertheless, the things I really didn't like about it is just, well, first off, I didn't like the fact that Selina Kyle wasn't in this episode that much. You know, I mean, first off, she gets to talk in this episode, which is a plus from the previous episode. But at the same time, you're calling the episode Selina Kyle. Have her fucking do a lot of shit, you know. You would think she would have a lot of shit to do, but no, she's like in the beginning, and then she's like not even third way in the fucking episode, you know. It's just weird. It's like, fuck, where the fuck is she? But nevertheless, that was something that I really didn't like. The references of characters was a little better done, but you know what? I don't know. I kind of like cameos more for some reason. I just feel it just feels a little bit better. And other things I didn't really like, I don't know, it's just very weird things like that. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I like the pilot, it was awesome, but this episode was just kind of weird. Like, as much as I like it, it's just not better than the pilot. I don't know, that's all I can really say. So, if I had to rate this, I'd give it a good 7.5. There was just a lot of weird things with this episode that, I don't know, it was just not better than the first one. But nevertheless, let's get into the references / Easter eggs of this episode, which is one, Trident, which is a reference to Aquaman. It's kind of like the Man of Steel reference. I know it's not a big cameo reference, but, you know, and I know Aquaman has nothing to do with this, but I just wanted to point it out there. Secondly, we also get an Arkham Asylum reference. We all know Arkham Asylum is going to make a big be a big plot point in the series, so I hope to see that soon. I think that's gonna Arkham might be making a full-fledged setup in episode 4 possibly, so we might be seeing Arkham Asylum very, very soon. So there's that, and also there's the reference to the doll maker. The main villains of the episode, or the minions if you will, are workers of doll maker. So, and if you don't know who the doll maker is, basically watch Arrow. The doll maker makes a prominent role in the series Arrow. So if you've seen him in there, that's basically who they're talking about. Now, whether or not they're going to use the same guy as the doll maker, I highly doubt it. And also, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a completely different, way of doing things. And, another weird thing that I kind of felt... Did anybody find it weird that all the kids were wearing red? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, all street kids in Gotham wear red. Why is that? Are they all like Jason Todd? Like, they fucking want to be the Red Hood? What the fuck? It was just Red Hood references all over the place. It's like all the kids were all like mini Jason Todds. It's like, what the fuck's going on with this shit? But nevertheless, there's that. And also there's obviously, it's a small one. It's a reference to Hush. Yes, the character Hush makes a reference. More the name. It's kind of like the Solomon Grundy reference in the previous episode. It's just more or less just the context of the name than the character. So, if you guys are thinking like, oh, is Hush going to be in the series? Possibly not. And if he is, it's probably like a younger version of him. And it was just the use of the name. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. The ending of the episode pretty much leads to Selina Kyle confessing to Gordon that she knows who the true killer of the Wayne family is. So, hopefully by next episode we get to see what the heck that's all about. But overall, I did enjoy the episode. I just think the pilot was a lot better, but that's just my personal opinion. But you know what? In the comment section below, please let me know what you thought about the episode and what you didn't like about the episode. And of course, what other Easter eggs / references in the DC and Batman universe that I did not personally pick up, but you did. So we rewatch the episode and tell me what you guys find in there, because there has to be something else in there. But nevertheless, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be reviewing episode 3, The Balloon Man, and a special villain will be premiering in that episode, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Professor Pig. Yes, that villain is going to be premiering in that episode, so I'm going to get into that later. The Balloon Man, Monday. And that's going to be it. I hope everybody's enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And of course, that's going to be it. That's going to be it from me. This has been John 12.